2, 3, go!
Newbies player that was moving out the Dorito side gets Colt Luke out. Great point, looking good to start by the Newbies.
That was a great point by the Dorito player for the Newbies to get that kill on the.
Colt Lukow not looking happy coming off the field, telling his teammates some stuff.
Yeah.
So
but they're not a team that's going to go down after 1 point, you know.
In the match so far. Next we have Annapolis A team and TCP Machine coming on the field. Annapolis A team will be in the black and white jerseys here on your left-hand side. TCP in the red jerseys. All of the TCP jerseys have 27 on the back of them. It's a significant number for them.
Okay.
So all of their numbers are actually in names on the front of their jerseys, very small. So there's going to be a lot of 27s making kills today. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the Mid-Atlantic Major. I am Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, here with Jen Falk from the WNXL Pro Team Heroines. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. Yeah, happy to have you here in this morning match. We just had a match between PB Fit and the Newbies, point with PB Fit and the Newbies. We're rolling in here to Annapolis A team versus TCP Machine. So Annapolis A team on the left-hand side here, as you can see on your screen. They're in the black and white jerseys, making strong moves right off the break here, getting into the snake and pushing the center. TCP Machine is trying to counteract that move by getting into the wedge. What are you seeing here, Jen?
It looks like it's a 5-on-5. It looks like this guy in the snake might have just gotten a little bit of a bounce on Annapolis A team, but okay, first kill coming off of the TCP Machine side. Kill 2 on the TCP Machine side. Also getting a check in the snake.
Yeah, look at the snake battle developing
and another
right
one
here.
coming out of the snake. So Annapolis A team, at this point, what I noticed is not only obviously did they have 5 alive off the breakout, but they also made really coordinated attacks. They're also past the 50-yard line on the Dorito side right now. So a nice coordinated attack from A team on both sides of the field.
Yeah, absolutely, and just trying to move through the middle here. A team closing everything out, just trying to make sure that they can win these points, and looks like pretty convincingly on this side.
I don't think they lost a body.
Yeah, absolutely amazing on their side. So coming on the field right now. So coming on the field right now, we have going back out PB Fit against the Newbies. Newbies will be on the left-hand side.
I think we were down the first point. It was a long point, but the Newbies did take the first point.
And
looks like the usual suspects for Paintball Fit: Colt, Jonathan, Trent, Scott.
Yeah, and PB Fit had a great first event, making it pretty deep. Newbies, on the other hand, did not have a good event, so this is kind of a comeback event for them. This is their home area. They're from the Northeast, so I expect them to do really well this event. They kind of revamped the crew a little bit, kind of dialed in quite a bit, brought on some new pieces. They got Maddie Karpinski, who's usually in the booth with us,
I saw that.
now playing semi-pro, going from the booth to the field. So on the breakout here,
it's a little
5
bit of a
alive,
pocket
both
for the Newbies.
sides. Newbies breaking out, pretty standard back line there, trying to contain PB Fit.
Looks like it's 5 alive for both sides, though, so we got good, clean breakouts on both sides.
Absolutely.
You got Newbies on your screen right now. They're kind of stuck in the pocket. Didn't want to take any huge bites off the break.
Yeah, they've doubled up that back center. They're trying to get those key shots. They know that PB Fit is going to move up quick, so they want to make sure they can't get out. And as you can see here, looks like PB Fit is actually stuck because of those shots in the center.
PB Fit makes a move out wide to Dorito 1. So
but it's countered right away by the Newbies getting into Dorito 3. So good job by the Newbies.
Okay, a player coming off for PB Fit on the Dorito side, though. I see a player walking out. I don't know if that was an early kill. I thought I just saw him
they lost their body. So that Dorito side player
there he is coming
out.
Off. So there is one player
so
shot
Chavez, after making a great
2 players
move,
coming off, 3 players coming off for Paintball Fit.
Wow,
there's only
bomb
2
just
players
going off right now on the PB Fit side.
Only 2 players left for PB Fit. Okay, one player left for PB Fit, and the snake insert here. The lone survivor on playing against 5 newbies right now. He's willing it, Dylan. He makes a tactical retreat back to the...
And a concession by PB Fit. Here, they only have one body left alive. So 10:05 left here for this match.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would have expected the first 2 points to see it 2-0 Newbies right now, just with how well PB Fit has been performing this year. I think going into after the first event and then going into the second event in Texas, I think people were generally across the board assuming that Paintball Fit was the front runner.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the dominance that they've had so far in this match, it's been nice to see, especially, dominance that the PB Fit's had so far this season. It's nice to see the Newbies actually giving them a run for their money.
For sure, and like you said, because Newbies kind of have done a little switcheroo with their roster as well, to see them come out and hit them with the first 2 points, and we'll have to see how Paintball Fit, comes back and retaliates with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just real quick on the so for Annapolis 18, we have Ethan Adams, Ben Cunningham, Danny Del Signor, Johnny Geringer, Jonathan Hartman, Mike Kerr, Justin Kim, Mick Milocek, Patrick O'Brien, Mark Silson, and Ian Steinbaugh. So that is the lineup for the A team, which is here on your right-hand side.
Yep, and I think generally speaking, A team is kind of seen as a front runner as well. I mean, they've taken a couple second places. I believe they won Chicago last year, or Philly last year. I think they won.
And they did. They've been building. I mean, all the videos and social media they've had going out, they've been doing a phenomenal job, just grinding every weekend out here. So their main attack here that they've had so far, the kind of A team's known for, is this snake push.
Yep, and that's Ethan Adams here in the snake for Annapolis A team.
Yeah, I believe it's number 88.
Yep, 88.
And followed right up. This great move to the wing here to make sure that person is covered, make sure that player is covered.
Yeah, that connection right there between the front snake and the player in this this wing right beside the snake.
So look at that 40
important.
battle getting ready to go down right now. So as one player tries to defend, the other player's trying to attack. Oh, he doesn't know that the 18 player moved on the inside.
Yep, and that's a great move by that player.
So a strong center push here with a snake attack also from A team. Now TCP on the other hand, sitting, rolling their guns, being patient, which is what you like to see in a situation like this, especially when you're playing.
And we got a move coming through the center right here. Great move by,
Wow, great run by number 54 from A team.
And that was Cunningham who made that move.
But the snake player's feasting right now.
Well, that's your job. You go break it open. That guy was the one that was holding your snake player back. You do your job. You go take him out, and now Ethan's going to come down the field and clean it up. I mean, that's exactly what his job was, and he did it perfectly.
Wow. Phenomenal point.
Great move by Cunningham to go take that snake side wing.
And that opened it up
TCP.
completely for Adams to go down the field.
Yep.
All right, so here PB Fit, Newbies. So PB Fit here on the left-hand side, you got Jonathan Chavez, Mike Diaz, Charles Latham, John Lukow, Tyler Lukow.
That's Colt.
Colt, commonly known as Colt. David Lukow, Trent Mason, Brandon Rogers, and Scott Stewart. Yep. So here on the left-hand side of the field. Hopefully they can put something together, because right now it's not looking real good for PB Fit.
Yeah, I don't think that they're not going to go down without a fight. So we'll see what they bring here in a second. And similarly for Newbies, let's see what their game plan is going forward in this match, to know that they've got the upper hand on PB Fit right now, and how that affects their game plan, and if they change anything up or they stick with what's working.
So great breakout shot here of the field.
Okay, so Paintball Fit does get a kill on Newbies off the break, right out of the center. 2 kills off the break. So Paintball Fit did successfully kill 2 Newbies players off the break. So Newbies are currently stuck in doubled up in the home, as well as the snake side stand up. And it looks like PB Fit does have 5 alive, and they've pushed pretty successfully. It looks like they've peeled off another 2 players. There might just be 1 player left for Newbies in that back center. And that's exactly what I was saying with Paintball Fit, is they're not going to go down easy. And they came out with a game plan at this point and definitely showed that they're in it for the fight. And
so phenomenal move here together by Scott Stewart and Trent Mason here. pushing at the same exact time. You are absolutely correct. PB Fit not going down without a fight here.
And it looks like they almost are not 100% sure that they had killed so many players off the break, because you can see Scott and Trent here discussing, okay, wait a second, is it just the home or is there another body we've lost? So definitely putting it together there.
Yeah, PB Fit needed that one to bring it back, because
sure.
if they'd have gone down, that would have been a little hard for them to come back, that 3-point spread.
Yep. And this game is so reliant on momentum too, so it helps with the momentum of, putting that kind of like a little bit of a stop sign for Newbies there, slow them down just a little bit, because once you kind of get up 3 or 4 in a row, you kind of start feeling like, it just compounds on itself and you start getting on a roll. So
yeah, so for TCP on the right-hand side here is going to be Evan Dreen, Brian Ganowicza.
Yeah, he was a former Aftershock player. That's why I know that name.
Yeah, Connor Greenfelder, Richard Adema, Zachary Kirkstra, James Link, Gabriel Melking, and AO, so commonly known as Austin, so AO. And then we have Richard Steinebach as well.
And I think you also skipped Joe Klockner.
Yeah, he's actually not here for this event.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
Yep,
I was going to say, he's a former, him and Gabe Melching are both former Outlaws pro players. So definitely some, when you come down into the semi-pro division, especially when you look at the top of the pack, you're going to see a lot of players with pro experience, and I think that's part of what makes the semi-pro division so fun to watch.
Absolutely. So as you can see here on the screen, had a really good breakout, but unfortunately, it seems to have kind of devolved. A-Team losing some bodies early.
I think they lost Hartman off the break or soon after, but it's not stopping Ethan Adams at all. You can see on your screen Ethan Adams taken all the way to the Snake 50. It looks like unbeknownst to him, unbeknownst to him, the machine player did fill out to the snake side stand up and shut Ethan down real quick, but not before Ethan could take a body with him. And then sure enough, the players for TCP, even after all of that, still ended up getting peeled off by the Dorito side presence for PB Fit right now. Annapolis A-Team right now. I'm not sure how many bodies are left. It looks like there's at least a front Dorito player for Annapolis A-Team. He's in the Dorito 4 up there. I believe it's just him by himself, and I believe he might have just shot the last body for TCP Machine, which was also on the Dorito side. And he's going to go ahead and clean that one up and keep things going for an A-Team here.
Yeah, it was great setup there. That they had great breakout too. They really were trying to make sure they're keying off all of those spots. And I know they needed to stop Adams. They had to.
And that player that just cleaned it up for A-Team was Mick Milichek, number 12, coming through here. Good point for
him. Absolutely. So you right now back on the field, PB Fit and the Newbies. And do you know the Newbies players?
I know some of them, but like you said, it's changed so much that I don't really know all of them. But
so on the field here for the Newbies, we have Joe Burtis, we have Dominic DeVito, we have Robert
Deschetti.
Yeah, he's got one of those. So Matt Karpinski, Weston Kurtz, Martin Macio, Ryan Rodriguez, Andy Shoemaker, and Clark Stetton.
Yep, so they've definitely got some guys that have been pretty consistent for them on this roster. Rodriguez, Shoemaker, Kurtz, those guys have been playing with Newbies for a minute, so they're the core members of this team.
So it looks like right now we had a 5-on-5 breakout, but one of the Newbies players getting dinked out pretty quick, actually. So, but PB Fit also losing a body as well. So right now they're just trying to hold, because with the game getting a little closer, PB Fit also loses Chavez, though, unfortunately. Newbies do lose a player as well. So it looks like 3-on-3 battle going on, or excuse me, 4-on-3 battle going on.
Oh, is it 4-on-3?
Yep. So Newbies still have 4 players, but they're kind of back line, so they stopped at that snake insert bunker just to make sure that they can keep Scott
Huge
Stewart.
bite by the Newbies on the Dorito side, taken all the way to D3, I believe, from that back Dorito side can. So
great job filling out there by the Newbies.
For sure.
And he's playing super low on the bottom of that, trying to get those ankle and feet shots right. So good move through the middle by Mike Diaz. Again, Newbies still on the back line here, trying to make sure they can contain, because right now, with only a 1-point spread, this is going to become a lot closer as time starts ticking down.
Yep. All right, another body Colt lookout coming off for PB Fit. It's a great kill by the Newbies to go ahead and get him out of there. That man's like a tick, but you can't get him out, so it was a great kill for them.
Yeah.
And they got Mike Diaz out as well, so it looks like it's just Trent Mason left, and they're going to go ahead and throw the towel in.
I mean, Newbies out here just looking to impress.
Yeah.
So good job by the Newbies to get that one back. So, again, this is where we're getting to the danger zone. I mean, PB Fit, usually the aggressor in most situations. Now in a situation where they're down 2. Still got plenty of time to come back, though. That's the good thing. They still have time to come back, still have time to make things happen. I see this, especially from PB Fit. They're always one to claw and fight back. So I think no matter how many points they get down, this is going to end up being a close game.
Well, you saw the point just before this where, I mean, I think they shot 2 or 3 off the break, did not stop, came all the way down the field. You know, I don't think there's any quit in PB Fit. That's for sure.
Yeah, now on the screen right now, TCP Machine and A-Team, much different situation. All A-Team all day long right now. So TCP has to really pull this one out. They have to make their spots clean. They have to push aggressively in order to get up the field. And it's exactly what they do. They push the center hard right away. A-Team picks it up, so they know that they have to counter. But right now, we have that battle on the wedges going down, or the wedge on the Dorito side. Oh, and the snake side. See, he moved out. So right now, they're just trying to stop. Oh,
I was about to say, a lot of the things about the center of this field, though, is that you have a huge advantage making it to these wedges on the inside of the field. But it's kind of tricky in terms of having the right timing of getting to those bunkers. You know, it's like, do you go ahead and just take it off the break and hope that you make it clean? Do you wait until, you see the opening, the window of availability to take it? Because a lot of times, this field is weird. It's got a lot of large bunkers in the center, but it's also very open. So you have to make sure that you're making the right decision at the right time in terms of, is it actually safe to make this bunker either off the break or post break?
Yeah, exactly. Always a gamble when you're making those big moves. So for everybody listening in, we're calling the wedges, those big bunkers that are kind of slanted on one side. They almost look like a brick, but they got a little chunk taken out of them. So there's 2 big ones on the Dorito side, 2 big ones on the snake side. So that being said, they do fill out here. The TCP machine fills out to the snake corner.
Yes, number 27.
Yeah. So there's a lot of 27s in the field right now.
In case you missed it, guys, all of the TCP machine players are all wearing number 27 on their back.
Yeah, so it's a significant number for them. I'll have to get the backstory behind it here one of these days, but right now they know that they have to make these a little longer points, especially being down bodies. A-Team, though, just scooting and booting straight from...
and here comes Adams.
I'm
telling you, these guys have got to keep eyes on Adams. Otherwise, he's going to be in 50 snake without you knowing in about a couple seconds.
And it looks like, they tried to run him down, but got caught slipping. So great.
And here comes a run through on the snake side. And Will Adams,
that's got to be a penalty. Come on. Ooh, that's the rough one. So
they are calling it a trade rather than...
Yeah, I thought the TCP player had the drop on that guy for sure. So,
and it looks like the last man standing, or possibly one of the last men standing for Annapolis A-Team, is again Mick Melichek. So,
yeah, that would have been that was a great move, and unfortunately, in a situation like that, it was very bang hard to see in the field. It looked like from here that he got him, he slid in. In a situation like that, obviously you being a specialist all over field, but you're playing phenomenal for the team. But for the Florida event, you played the snake.
Correct.
Would you have just full sent it there on that, or would you have stopped short?
It's a tough call because I think he acknowledged that Ethan was not looking on the tape, and I think that he had taken into consideration the bodies that they had peeled off already for A-Team, and I think that he felt that it was a safe bet to go ahead and try to get him clean. And you could tell that he had already kind of made that diving motion to say, okay, as soon as I do get Ethan out of the snake, I need to get down. It almost looked to me as if he thought he was going to get Ethan and also stay alive rather than just trade with Ethan, So I think that I don't hate the move. I think that they needed it. And honestly, if Mick Melichek hadn't been such a stalwart for them the last 2 points. I think that could have wrapped it up, but but he got caught. But I mean, I appreciate the move.
Absolutely. Right-hand side here. Newbies on the breakout.
They are going to take the pocket again, but it looks like PB Fit is going to take the snake corner off the break, and it looks like they've got the back 4 bunkers other than that. So they did risk a little bit going out wide, and they did get a shot on the Newbies center player, and that center snake side can. So that is kill 1 for Paintball Fit.
Great shot there by...
That's a huge kill, and I believe that was...
I believe that was Mason before he moved to the insert bunker to the snake.
That was Mason in that stand-up on the snake side who got the first kill off the
stand-up juice box.
Yeah,
one of the
I've seen those things called a million things: juice boxes, refrigerators,
doors.
Yeah.
Going back to the old NPPL days, used to call them doors. But
so I know you guys can't see it on your screen right now, but Trent Mason from Paintball Fit is pushing down the snake. The Newbies team is still kind of stuck in the pocket. They haven't been able to get wide yet, and that's because of the diligence of the Paintball Fit guns, that you got to respect their guns. So,
Colt moved out to contain. So if you can see on your screen right now, the player that's sitting on his knees, now he just stood up. He is trying to contain the snake movement over here from Trent Mason, who's moved into the snake. But it looks like, unfortunately...
Looks like he might have just gotten...
Yeah, the Newbies player in the can he's getting trapped there. He's getting pinched out. So he traditionally probably would have moved up or tried to move out, but they're pinching him.
Yep, and there's 2 players in the snake right now for Paintball Fit that you guys can't see. So this guy's getting a lot of pressure. Trent is in their snake. Colt is in their snake side wedge. Scott's in the snake behind him.
And Colt's hunting right now. He wants that body. He's looking. Is he going to get it? He's putting a lot of pressure.
I mean, the Newbies are surviving right now. I mean, that's impressive.
But Colt's going to make
see how
the
much longer it can last.
So
and a penalty. It's going to be a penalty on Colt.
Major penalty.
So that's going to pull out both players here on the snake side. So Colt is going to get a major. It looks like Colt was shot and continued to shoot. So that's pulling out Trent and Scott. And it looks like the ref is pulling out one more. So one of these snake players must have been shot before the penalty was assessed, which is why the ref is going to get another body. So
what happened was when Colt and Trent Mason moved up at the same time,
Correct.
They moved through the same exact lane of paint.
Yep.
So not only did the player in the can shoot Trent Mason on the snake move, he also traded with Colt.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, when the ref went to pull Trent Mason, realized he was already out, had to pull 2 more. So an absolute bomb going on over there.
But it looks like Brody Lookout is alive to save the day for Paintball Fit. So
wow,
that's amazing.
That is amazing. What a good job. Say, hey, sometimes in paintball you don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the fastest player. Sometimes you just got to be the last player alive.
Yep.
So awesome job there by the PB Fit player to stay alive. Again, TCP machine coming back on the field right now against A-Team, and it's been all A-Team this match so far. If you were TCP's coach right now, what would you be telling TCP in this situation?
One, I don't know how much time is on the clock because I don't have a screen. I don't have the time in front of me.
Just a couple minutes left. You got
so
less than 5.
What are they down? 4?
Down 4.
Okay, at this point, I mean, if you got, let's say you got 2 minutes left. You need 4 points to tie in 2 minutes. At this point, I think I would try to win the point, preserve the spread. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't win 4 points in 2 minutes, but you most certainly don't want to go down. I mean, this is a semi-pro division. How many teams have we seen that have barely made it in terms of, it might be just that certain margin that gets you to Sunday. This is a competitive division, so it might come down to that margin. So I'm not saying don't go for it, but I'm also saying be wise,
I'm saying send it.
It looks, they sent it. They sent it.
And so as you can see here, it looks like
they did, and it worked. They do kill Ethan Adams, the killer for Annapolis A-Team, out of the snake. They did not let him fill into the snake. They are having a heavy Dorito side push from TCP. He's in the Dorito side 50 brick now, and they're also in Dorito 2. They did lose a body off the snake side off the break, but I believe it is now a 4-on-4 with decent field position for TCP. Also moving up through the middle on the snake side for TCP as well. But their home player gets shot right in the face, so he's going to come off.
Yeah, and you just in situations like this, you can't play sloppy. You have to play tight.
Yep, and it looks like they did take your advice. They are pushing, and like I said, I didn't know the exact time, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm a quitter by any means, but
No, absolutely. But in a situation like this, when you're facing an aggressive team, like A team, you have to push it. You have to match aggression with aggression.
Yep.
And it looks like, unfortunately, they're just getting peeled off. And
from the D side. The D side
Wow.
for A team right now, I believe, shot both the center bricks for TCP Machine.
Cunningham here, number 54, and the Snake, going to town here, making sure that those players cannot move up.
And look, Mick Melichek behind him, holding it down still, 3 points in a row.
What a phenomenal move by the Dorito side player for A team. I believe it's number 11, backing up number 20. If you can see it from here.
23
potentially.
It's hard to see from here.
But yeah, what an awesome move there by the Dorito side. See, an A team did a perfect combination. They pushed Snake super hard the first couple points, got TCP Machine to think, hey, they're going to push Snake, and then switch that aggression to the Dorito side. So just showing so many possible angles and moves here. So great job by A team, which is now, I mean, this is starting to be a blowout a little bit here, unfortunately.
And that's my point. And I don't remember I can look at it and see, but I don't remember the full bracket that is with TCP and A team. But I mean, like I said, in this situation, you learn from this first match and you come out strong in the next one, but you definitely want to try to, keep it to a minimum in terms of your margin. So
yeah, closer match here though by PB Fit and the Newbies. And so far, if you're just now tuning in, thank you so much, everybody. I am Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, here with Jen Falk, WNXL Pro for Team Heroines. We have an exciting day of WNXL and semi-pro action all day long on the NXL live premiere field, which if you're tuning in, make sure you like and share everything out here. We'll be having the best action all day long here right outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So PB
so
Fit.
it looks like PB Fit taking a little bit of a pocket, doubling the snake side can, which I don't know if I have seen at all yet. So that's definitely an interesting perspective. It looks like one of them was trying to get out of there, and unfortunately Diaz is going to get pinched out of the Dorito side of that bunker. So,
but the move worked originally, as they do get a shot on the player from the Newbies that was in that stand-up can, or in stand-up brick, wedge,
right,
door,
whatever that thing's
whatever
called.
we're going to call it.
But to the point of doubling that snake side can, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that can has two of the best off the break shots, one on the snake side and one on the Dorito side. So I definitely can see the validity in doing that. But it's one of those situations where if those shots don't pay off, you're kind of stuck in that can. And the can is not an easy bunker to double, especially one that's on about the 20-ish to 30-ish yard line. So it's one of those ones where it's risk, reward, and it looks like it did pay off, but then they got pinched. So
ref over here, bird dogging the player on the can here for PB Fit. I don't know if that's a very large amount of rub or a hit on his hopper, but hey, if it is a hit, play on player, right?
And it looks like a second ago, Trent Mason here in the stand-up on the snake side for PB Fit was screaming for a kill, but it does not look like it produced. I believe it's a 4-on-4.
Oh, they do get the kill on the Dorito side.
Okay.
So good job by Trent calling the kill there. He does get that player walking off slow from the Newbies.
And that's another thing that I've noticed on this layout as well, is when you're in these back spots, if a player comes out of the Dorito side specifically and they kind of take that backwards exit, you can't always see them come off. So you think you shot them and you might see the ref signal, but a lot of times it's hard to confirm that kill until you see them walking the back line.
And Colt Lukow just
Willen and Dylan back there,
talking it up, making sure that his team knows where everybody is. Huge voice. So as you can see on your screen right now, Stu and Trent trying to stop the aggression here on the Dorito side of the Newbies. I'm looking for Trent to make that snake move. As soon as he's clear, he's head checking, he's shooting down. Mason wants to get in that snake.
But for the Newbies, that center can that Scott Stewart is in here on your screen, on the other side of the field, that player in that center can is what's keeping Trent here locked into the snake insert rather than being able to go ahead and push, because the snake insert for Newbies and up until now was looking cross. And it looks like a huge move on the Dorito side for the Newbies to go get the PB Fit player out of his own Dorito side, but then gets peeled off in the process. So that's two players coming off for Newbies. But
a bomb goes off on the Newbies
but
side
here,
right now.
Trent also gets shot out of the snake side insert. but it doesn't matter because Scott Stewart is still alive.
And so is Colt Lukow. Wow, amazing move by the PB Fit Dorito player to get to the Newbies side of the field, create a bunch of chaos, and then Colt followed him up. So once Colt followed him up, the player for the Newbies went to get that Dorito side player for PB Fit out, and Colt just roasted him. So good job there, staying alive.
Yep.
Very bang going back and forth here. Looks like Newbies is losing a body, PB Fit's losing a body. So the game between A-Team and TCP Machine is over. Unfortunately for TCP, it was a mercy rule, 5-0 by A-Team. So good job, A-Team, looking strong going into their next game. That being said, PB Fit and Newbies are in true Xball. So for those of you at home, what that means is that there will not be a set, be a set or match in the middle of another team. So we play split deck matches. So 4 teams play at a time, 2v2, and they switch off. So in Xball, they have 2 minutes in between each point. And players, so for example, here they'll go off the field, they'll take their 2 minutes, they'll come back on, and the same teams will play.
Yep. And where that comes into play also is specifically with teams that run a shorter roster. And I know Paintball Fit has, I think, 9 on their roster, but as you can see, the last couple of points, they've been running the same 5 or at least close to the same 5. And a lot of times that'll, depending on the division, that can come back to bite you in terms of having the endurance to run back-to-back points like that. But
absolutely,
a lot of people prefer Xball, so, it can help with your momentum as well. When you get a point like that, if you're PB Fit, and you just came off of that.
Yeah, so
that kind of point, you kind of like, okay, let's go again. You don't want to sit and wait. So
a little different as far as with the WNXL and semi-pro. WNXL is a 6-point mercy
Correct.
rule because it is pro. Semi-pro is only 5. So later on when we see some WNXL action, super excited for those games coming up. We do have a great day of WNXL, and there's the WNXL first match of the day, I believe, is going to be at 11:40. Is the first match of the day on the premier field.
Yep.
So after this set coming up, we're going to have Carolina Crisis, TPP Totem versus Killers, and Annapolis Mutiny is going to be coming up the next match. So, yeah, so far, Field's playing fast, right? Field's playing extremely fast. And on top of all of that, we've seen a lot of teams out here, especially practice yesterday, who are just trying out different things. There's so many different shots, so many bounce shots as well.
Yep.
How has the Heroines been playing this field so far? How have you guys liked it moving through practices last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, and I'm really bad about like seeing a layout on paper and thinking one thing and then playing it and finding that I feel completely opposite of what I thought I felt. But it was a good time. I mean, it's definitely, it's one of those ones that when you saw it on paper, you kind of were like, man, that's a lot of large bunkers. But as you got out there, you kind of realized that it is quite open in the center, which allows for kind of that risk reward in terms of, taking those wide spots off the break. But
absolutely,
you can take D3 off the break. You can take Snake off the break. It's definitely aggressive. But at the same time, as we've seen here in this semi-pro matchups, is that a lot of times it is going to be pocket play. But it's just, if you're going to take the pocket, you're going to have to produce those kills off the break. But
yeah, so thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Little bit of technical difficulties going on right now with the scoreboard. It is humid as it comes out here right now, so humidity and technology sometimes don't mix. So right now it is 3-3, all tied up. The time is dwindling down, so 2:35 left in the match, all tied up. So again, like we said, PB Fit fighting back.
Okay, so we got a tie game.
Yep. So this is going to be, 2 minutes, right around 2 minutes left.
This could be the point,
This could be
the point. And it looks like PB Fit is going to take the Snake insert off the break, and it looks like the Newbies are going to do the same kind of pocket play we got here. Double the home, the Snake side stand-up, that center can to lock down the Snake, and Dorito player playing heads up. Yeah, a little bit of a different breakdown going on right now. Now we do have, the separation here is the Newbies stopped at that tall door refrigerator structure there, whereas the PB Fit player actually was able to get into the insert into the Snake. Yep, and it looks like a player is going to come out of the home for the Newbies, and it's tough because the Newbies came out strong and they had the advantage, but it seems like they've had a couple deaths out of bunkers, getting just like little clips on the masts or, just the smallest little things that are costing them.
And this is where clock management is really going to come into play, because if the Newbies lose another body here and this game drags out,
you got to make that decision of, hey, are we going to go ahead and
great.
Another body, front Dorito player coming off for Newbies as well.
Great shot there, an amazing move. Oh, getting checked by the ref. Good job by Stu from PB Fit, moving from that insert bunker, making kind of an unorthodox move. Instead of going into the snake, he moves into that wedge that we were talking about.
I believe Chavez for PB Fit is also in Dorito 3 for PB Fit, so they've got good field position right now. Only 3 bodies left for Newbies. They did just make the snake. Newbies did just make the snake, but Scott Stewart comes to the center snake side brick to try to get the drop on him.
But he switched sides though. He's looking for the side. Chavez has been doing an.
It looks like he's ready to go. Scott looks like he's ready to make a move to the center here to try to break something open. And there's 60 seconds left. The refs did just give the signal for 60 seconds. Scott trying to make a move to the center, and he gets shot doing it. He got shot doing it. Hey, that's a great kill from the snake player for the Newbies here to try to. And he gets a shot on. Oh, did he? Or did he bounce Colt? Colt Luckout tries to fill into the snake. It looks like the snake player for Newbies did possibly bounce. And the Newbies get another kill from the Dorito side, killing Jonathan Chavez out of the Dorito side. Yeah. Newbies have turned this into a 3-on-3 rather than a 3-on-5. At this point, it's a 3-on-3 with probably less than 40 seconds left. 30 seconds left, and it looks like we're in a very tight 3-on-3. Newbies are in the Dorito 2, the Snake 2, and that center can. This has been a great point on the Newbies.
Mason wheeling and dealing here, trying to stop that. Oh, Colt better be careful if he plays a little too wide here.
Looks like we might be having a tie here.
Newbies player moving up in the snake.
He got him. He got him.
Loses another player.
Here we go. Yep.
Oh.
And the time has run out.
Wow.
That was a great point for the Newbies, though.
Now, the Newbies player actually had looks like a hit on his hopper, though.
Possibly, but at the same time, who was that? That was DeVivo. Hey, that was a great point for DeVivo. Yeah. He's the reason that point was taken from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-3. He got a shot on Scott making the move through the center into his own Dorito side wedge, and he also got the shot on Chavez pushing up the Dorito side, making the 3-on-3 with all 3 bodies for Paintball Fit stuck over here on the snake side.
Yeah, so we do actually have, so for the Newbies, Joe, or otherwise known as Chop, is also wearing a DeVivo jersey.
I think that was DeVivo, though, because DeVivo's taller and I think slimmer than Chop's.
Exactly, I think that is the case. So if you see DeVivo out there in an a Flex F8, that's actually Chop, but that one in that case was DeVivo. I'll tell you what, amazing match, going on right now. Now in semi-pro, we do have ties, so this game will end a 3-3 tie. W1XL, we don't have ties. They do play the ties out. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We have some more action coming up. And thank you, Jen Falk, for joining me in the booth at 8 a.m.
Hey,
early
anytime,
match.
Anywhere. As long as I'm not playing, you call my name and I'll be here. Love it. Love talking paintball with you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And, again, we'll see you playing today. But next match, or the next set coming up, we have Carolina Crisis versus TPP Totem, Killers versus Annapolis Mutiny. So, Indianapolis.
And that'll
Mutiny.
be a good one because you got Mutiny and Killers, both Florida teams.
Yep.
Getting ready to slug it out. And I think TPP is also from Florida. So we'll definitely have some Floridians going on here. It'll definitely be a good one to watch, especially that Mutiny Killers game.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Again, like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Get all the news out there about this. Share it out to all your friends. We're going to have some great guest commentators all day long. Again, I am Vince Cunningham from Let's Talk Paintball, and we are here at the Mid-Atlantic Major. We'll see everybody in a few.
Hey guys, what's going on? Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. Check us out online or in store. LoneWolfPaintball.com